Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Friday. As you know, today is the last day of school. Your Chromebooks are due on Tuesday, June, I believe. Let me check my calendar. Tuesday, June 9th. For second grade, it is due at 9 o'clock. And me and Miss Forrest will be there, so we hope to see you so that we can say our final goodbyes as you turn into third graders. Thank you so much for all of your work, and we are so proud of you guys, and we miss you guys so much. There are two more stories that I wanted you guys to go ahead and read. I'm going to be reading one of them, and I'm going to post a video for another powerful story. And so I hope you guys have a great summer. Don't forget to continue reading over the summer and coloring, okay? Coloring, having fun, and we can't wait to see you guys hopefully in school again next year when you're in third grade. So for the last story that I'm going to be reading, it is called Last Day Blues. On the Monday morning before Friday, that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell took attendance. She signed as she called out the last name. "I'm going to miss all of you," she said. The kids nodded in agreement. "I'm going to miss my friends," said Shannon. "I'm going to miss Daisy," said Dan. "I'm going to miss chocolate milk and pizza for lunch." Everyone felt a little blue thinking about the last day of school. Even Daisy. That afternoon, during recess, the students talked as they hung out on the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell said she's going to miss us," said Alexandra, swinging from a bar. "We should get a present to cheer her up," said Eddie, hanging upside down by his knees. But what could they get her? "I could give her the rest of my sandwich. It's my mom's bologna special," said Josh. "Or a coffee cup, or a new pen, the kind with feathers and beads." The students thought and thought, but couldn't come up with one single idea that they all agreed on. "We'll think of something tomorrow," Eddie assured everyone as they lined up at the drinking fountain. On the Tuesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell read the final page of their last read-aloud book. "I'm going to miss circle time," said Mrs. Hartwell. "I'm going to miss science," said Emily. "I'm going to miss seeing Mrs. Hartwell wear her safety goggles during science," said Jack, giggling. And so before they got too sad, Mrs. Hartwell put on her safety goggles one last time, just for fun. "We definitely need to cheer Mrs. Hartwell up," said Andy during recess as he jumped out of his swing. "Any ideas about a present?" Eddie asked. "Nope," they all answered back. On Wednesday, before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell brought in her super-duper sugar cookies with extra frosting. "I'm going to miss snack time, but I can't wait for barbecues by the pool," said Jack. "I'm going to miss recess, but I can't wait to play hide and seek outside after dinner," said Alexandra. This picture says I'm going fishing. This picture says I'm going to the beach. This one says Egypt. "I'll miss school, but I can't wait for summer vacation," said Josh. The class discussed their summer plans and drowned their last day blues with another round of milk and sugar cookies. "I don't know whether to be happy or sad today," Andy said the minute they all arrived at the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell is sad," said Olivia. "She probably doesn't want the year to end." While we're swimming, she'll be reading her old lesson plan, said Walker. And while we're playing, she'll be trying to remember the fun times we had this year, said Dan. And that's when an idea zipped, zapped, and zinged through Eddie's brain. I know exactly what will cheer her up, Eddie said, jumping down from the jungle gym. The class agreed it was perfect. On the Thursday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Eddie raised his hand right after Mrs. Hartwell started language arts. We need some privacy, please, he said. And so Mrs. Hartwell took down bulletin boards with her back to the class. She never even peeked, not even once. On the morning of Friday, that was the last day of school, the students dashed into the classroom. They snapped open the shades for the very last time. They did their chores for the last time. They fed Daisy for the last time. And as soon as the bell rang, they couldn't wait for Mrs. Hartwell to see her present for the first time. What do you guys think her present is? Let's find out. I'm going to read that. The last day of school makes us so blue. We'll miss recess and pizza and reading too. We'll miss Daisy and cookies and friendship true, snack time and science and learning new. We'll miss spelling bees for our test review and groundhogs that play peekaboo. The year's been a great big woohoo! There are many things to miss, it's true, but mostly what we'll miss, is you. Later on during recess, Eddie said, I think Mrs. Hartwell liked her present. I just hope it helps, Margaret said. Poor Mrs. Hartwell, they all said sadly as they pictured their final goodbye. Teachers must hate the last day of school. And then it was time. The bell rang. Goodbye, the students called as they rushed out the door. Goodbye, Mrs. Hartwell called after them. And then she returned to the empty classroom. It's just you and me, Daisy, she said. I'm sure going to miss them this summer. But I can't wait for a vacation. These are all the teachers dancing. That was The Last Day Blues, which I'm feeling very blue because this school year was so different and I definitely miss you guys. And I can't wait for things to kind of go back to a new normal where we're safer and healthier at school. I hope that over the summer you guys are staying kind to each other and to your neighbors and help each other out when you guys need help. This is the first reading out of 2 today. The next video right below me, it is a powerful reading, and I hope that you get the message from this reading. It kind of explains what's going on in the world today and how we can help each other and help our neighbors, no matter our skin color. So I hope that you guys learn a really big lesson, and if you have any questions, you guys can ask me and Miss Forrest anytime. We'll be there for you. Have a great day, everybody, and a great summer.